Hi everyone, I'm Michael, and I was born and raised in Texas. Here are all the things you should not do on your next trip to the Lone Star State. Number 1, don't underestimate how big Texas is.
To understand the vast scale of Texas, consider this. The distance from its northern border to its southern tip is almost as long as the distance from Texas to Canada. Additionally, Texas is wider east to west than the distance from Texas all the way to the Pacific Ocean.
Number 2, don't think you're going to travel anywhere fast.
In Texas, we measure driving distance in hours, not miles. For instance, the city of Houston is so big that Houston is 2 hours away from Houston, if that makes any sense at all. Driving long distances to get anywhere is really common here. Asking something like, how far is San Antonio? And hearing, oh, it's only 2 hours away, is not uncommon or considered a very long drive here.
Number 3, don't be surprised if you meet anyone that has never left Texas.
I have friends to this day that still have never been to a different state or outside the country. They were born here, their entire family tree is here, and they don't see any reason to make the long drive or pay for a flight to leave. Texas is very big, so this really isn't that uncommon.
Number 4, and this might be a little controversial, but don't expect to find a great beach in Texas.
Texas has over 360 miles of coastline, and not one of those miles has a good beach in my opinion. I may get some hate for this, but the Texas coast is gross. The water along the carcinogenic coast, as some like to call it, is usually varying shades of brown. The air is heavy and that sea breeze smells like an oil refinery. The only time I will ever be at the Texas coast is if I am taking a cruise ship to escape it.
Number 5, don't rely on the weatherman. He's usually wrong.
I'm convinced the weatherman has no idea what is going on. My best guess is just as good as his, but I don't get paid for it. The weather in Texas is in fact bipolar, so in winter you might be able to go swimming one day, and the next it will be snowing and you will lose all your power.
Number 6, don't mess with Texas.
Newcomers have made their way to Texas, and they seem to not understand our policy on littering. The slogan, "Don't mess with Texas," is not some mean saying to keep the government out of our business. It's in fact talking about keeping our state clean and tidy.
Number 7, don't speed in small towns.
I guess you shouldn't speed anywhere really, but speeding through a small town is an easy way to get a ticket. A lot of these small towns have speed traps, so you really should slow down to avoid a hefty fine.
Number 8, don't pass a Buc-ee's bathroom if you really need to go.
For privacy, I obviously can't show what these look like, but the bathrooms inside of Buc-ee's are immaculate. They are the cleanest gas station bathrooms I have ever seen, and if you are on a road trip through Texas, they really are well worth the stop if you can get through the massive crowds.
Number 9, don't forget your manners.
You really should be polite everywhere, but Texans take pride in their kindness and southern hospitality. We're a friendly bunch, and it's not uncommon to hear please and thank you throughout the day.
Last on the list is don't California my Texas.
Perhaps this should be number 1 as it pertains a lot to issues out there today. I have lived in California and I have lived in Texas. I will never move back to California though. I saw so much littering, crime, lawlessness, lack of accountability for criminals, and open air drug use. The list goes on. We don't want this here. So please, if you come here, don't California my Texas.
That's everything I could think of, but if I missed something, feel free to put it in the comments. As always, stay tuned for more, and thanks for watching.